in Baywatch heaven, everyone. I really don't deserve all of this delicious, high-fat, artery-clogging cheese they've been injecting straight into my veins. It's too much. How can they still have it after 6 years of wonderful television? Baywatch, the show that defied all the odds. Insert an Emmy plot into an episode not about wrestlers fighting for the championship belt, the local rec center, and our hearts? Fuck you! Nobody tells Baywatch what to do. They know what we want, and that's wrestling and cancer. Snap into a slam jam! Okay. Oh man, oh gee, this is too good. So, in 1995, Baywatch teamed up with WCW to promote their Bash at the Beach pay-per-view, which took place in July 16 of the same year. Except, Baywatch decided not to air their episode until February 1996, rendering that whole promotion thing entirely pointless. But who cares? We've got Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage right here on Baywatch Beach. Oh yeah!
Hey, Macho, race it to the pier, brother. Let's do it, brother.
Let's have a room-level conversation on our Wave Runner TMs, brother!
Hey, Hulkster, you're sure looking good.
That sounds like a lie. Wrestling fans might find Hogan jobbing to a Wave Runner unusual, but he gets rescued by a handful of exclusively model-esque female lifeguards, including Yasmine Bleeth and Pamela Anderson, so that's probably why he agreed to it. Oh, sorry, and Julie.
Oh my god, it's Hulk Hogan!
You remember Julie? Our favorite lifeguard.
1 and 2 and 3.
Ugh, don't form a union.
You're Hulk Hogan!
This keeps getting better all the time.
Ghost written by Terry Bollea.
That's Macho Man. Randy Savage.
I would have been here sooner, but I didn't care if he lived or died. That's fair.
What, you guys wrestling fans? Closet. Me too.
Oh man, that is so Julie.
This is unbelievable.
My dubbing, it's unbelievable. Well, seems pretty responsible to let someone who was just concussed by a jet ski walk away with no medical treatment. Professional life-saving individuals! Meanwhile, Stephanie is getting ready to go on a date with her boyfriend, Dr. Tom Morella, who is a doctor and also an old friend of Mitch's.
Tom's been my best buddy almost my entire life.
Lie. This is like the 10th old best friend Mitch has mentioned. Oh, you don't remember Stephanie's boyfriend, Dr. Tom Morella? Well, maybe you should have traveled forward in time to watch the episode they aired after this where they introduced him, which is actually a leftover episode from last season they didn't air until now for reasons unexplained. Or maybe you'll remember him from season 2 when he was that guy who played poker with Harvey and liked Tab Soda. Gosh, Baywatch is uncomplicated. Mitch is totally cool with Stephanie dating his old buddy, and by that I mean he's swinging his dick around like usual.
Tom gave me all the juicy details in between.
Not all.
I'm a pirate!
Wonder what that guy told her.
Probably that I didn't eat much red meat.
Yeah, what a wonderful niche-free date. I could lay here forever thinking about all the corrections I'm going to make. You wouldn't understand, Tom, you being a man. The only thing that could ruin this date would be cancer, but what are the chances of that?
Huh, it says you have skin cancer. Okay, so they decided to throw in an Emmy cancer plot in their Hulk Hogan WCW wrestling pay-per-view episode. And not only that, a main character. They keep it a mystery as Stephanie hopes against hope that it isn't skin cancer, but I'm gonna let the delicious can of worms out of the bag here because yes, Stephanie does indeed have Emmy cancer. Mwah, 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 mwah. And in case you're wondering, this brings our official count up to 4. This is, of course, because she spent so much time with Mitch Buchanan, cancer magnet.
Aw, son of a Mitch!
But let's not waste the opportunity for some good old-fashioned edutainment. Sure, we might shed some tears as Stephanie begins her battle with an often deadly illness, but we are going to learn something along the way.
How long has this mole been red around the edges?
I don't look at the back of my legs that often.
Well, you really should.
I use sunscreen. I tan safely.
There's no such thing as a safe tan, you know.
You just have to wear the right sunblock and apply it frequently.
Well, it's not enough.
Well, I reapply it.
When? How often? That means if your skin burns in 10 minutes, you just have 80 minutes of protection. That's just a little over an hour.
Because it's the burns you get today, they'll increase your risk of skin cancer when you get older. Baby oil offers absolutely no protection against the sun. This is just a sun magnifier, you know. You should be using sunblock if you don't want to get burned. So keep reapplying frequently, okay? Especially if you sweat it when you go in the water.
Hulk Hogan, what do you think about cancer?
I don't know. Look, I just came here to talk about the rec center thing and fight Rip Flair or something.
You ever wonder where we go when we die?
Did I get the wrong script, or?
I hate that God does bad things to good people.
I have to go.
Anyway, the real scene is Hogan mentioning that he heard the lifeguards were doing a lot of work with the Venice Boys Youth Center, somewhere he frequented a lot in his totally real childhood growing up there. Because, by the way, everything in wrestling exists in this reality. But this episode of Baywatch adds a lot to the Hogan mythology. Not only did he grow up with Macho Man at this rec center with his mentor Sonny, but that place kept Hulkamania from running wild on drugs.
If it wasn't for Sonny and the athletic club, I probably would have been wild out on the streets. I had a choice. Drugs and the street life, or getting healthy, working out, and get my act together right here.
Sincerity.
Luke and Sam, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
My two dads. This isn't all fun and games, however. The rec center has unfortunately been sold off to some anonymous buyer, which is going to leave these impressionable youths and buff, much older men out on the streets and with the drugs.
Yeah, where are we gonna train if they shut down this place?
Side note, I think this is Jeffrey Barnett, son of Gregory Barnett, making him the second Barnett son to show up on Baywatch. Sons of Shippy, I call them. Fun fact.
I have no idea what would have happened to us without this place, but it's not a pretty picture, Oster.
That's enough lines out of you, Savage. This is about me.
Actually, this is about me, which is why I refuse to take part in the stupid wrestling plot. So who is this mysterious developer that's bought the rec center from these poor defenseless youths? Why, it's Ric Flair in the Dungeon of Doom, Big Van Vader, and Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan.
Soon, this'll all be condos. It'll all be mine.
Well, guess you had to be there.
Those who can do. Those who can't, don't.
All of this wrestling trash talk is getting Hogan eager for a fight, which he challenges Flair to. Winner gets the property and WCW heavyweight title. Flair insists they make it a team match, and the bet is on. This all seems fair and legally binding. Hogan could have sweetened the pot with the WCW Cancer Championship belt had he not lost it to Stephanie a few scenes ago.
Come on, baby! Oh, come on, let's go.
Stephanie, you're the perfect addition to my cancer girlfriend shelf.
I might have skin cancer. I can't stand waiting for the results. I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't want to be strong. I just want to scream and cry.
I'll be strong for both of us.
How do you like this mood whiplash? Pretty cool, huh, Hulkamaniacs?
Oh no, one of the producer's sons has fallen off of a really fake rock. If only a lifeguard and a wrestler were around to save him.
Mommy, I just saw Hulk Hogan.
Oh, he's just saving my son, who cares? Thank God Mitch, the Save Buchanan, wasn't around to see this, or there'd be hell to pay.
Please, Mom, I don't want to be on Baywatch anymore. Can't I just stay home and study?
You'll get out there with Hulk Hogan and Pamela Anderson and you'll like it, young man.
It's melanoma, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey, quick question episode. What the fuck? I don't even know how to process this. They really put these things back to back. It's beautifully tone deaf. I haven't been this happy since the Pepsi Paralysis Hour. Hooray! They jogged to the youth center.
So thanks for getting me out of the house.
Again? Baywatch, just give us time to breathe. You couldn't possibly think this was a sandwich with appealing ingredients.
Remember that cruise we went on?
Got shot and fell overboard, and I jumped over to save you. I mean, when I'm fighting off the sharks and trying to keep you conscious.
Doesn't ring a bell, but that sounds like me, all right.
I was just making the comparison because that's small potatoes compared to what I'm gonna do to cancer. It's gonna wake up in a cold sweat having nightmares about me.
Not if I kick cancer's ass first. This is personal. It killed my other girlfriend, Tiffany or Trish or something.
This is my cancer. I'm gonna kick its ass.
No, me. Just watch.
Ooh, I'm gonna get extra cancer just for that.
You son of a
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bash at the Beach.
Hulkamania is gonna be running wild, dude.
You know, at this point, it kind of feels like the wrestling plot is here to make you appreciate the realism of normal Baywatch. Like they're punching you in the face because the audience was too ungrateful.
Living on the edge. Ride the edge of a lightning bolt across the sky. Do you know why, Cody?
No, I don't.
Now, come on, even in SD this looks bad. A. Seamless integration of our main characters. B. Did they not realize the powerful Cody energy in this episode? We got so little, and yet he is the perfect wrestling mark. You coulda had it all, Baywatch, and you threw it away for Slim Jims and Dennis Rodman. One of my favorite parts of this is that Jimmy Hart exists as Jimmy Hart now, so canonically, in the Baywatch universe, there are 2 Jimmy Harts. Macho Man takes out Ric Flair, but the important match is between Hogan and Vader, the toady who's working for Flair. I don't know, narratively it doesn't make much sense, but apparently that's what they had set up.
Hey, it's the Shockmaster! Shut up, he doesn't even look anything like me. I'm just, I don't know, a weirdo with an elephant trunk.
Hogan loses and the children cry. The end. Just kidding, he wins. You know, it's times like this when we remember what's truly most important in life, because they repeat what the plot of the episode was more than once as if we're really, really dumb.
Hulkamania rules! We did it for the kids! For the youth center! We did it for the kids! Hulkamania rules!
Hulk, Macho, CJ, Cody, Sonny, Julie, the gang's all here to celebrate Ric Flair's stunning loss. And because of the wrestling clause in the deed, he has to hand it over. The rec center is saved! Hulkamania ran wild in all of our hearts. Slim Jims were held for absolutely no reason. Hopefully nothing super jarring happens in the next minute of screen time.
Has it spread?
Yes.
Next time on Baywatch, I might have gotten in a little over my head with this episode because it was just too big to tackle alone. So what do you say I bring in some experts to help make sense of it all in a Baywatching Royal Rumble?
Oh yeah!
What's the crack, everyone?
What is happening? Yes, the knee-bumping, bar-munching, crisp-crunching OSW review!
Happy days are here again!